trans men.
I don't think there's any need in going forward.
We were back to the issue at hand, which was you asked me to not provide testimony on behalf of my client. You asked me what paragraph it was. I pointed you to the exact paragraph.
Stop.
It's her education.
Stop
Because you don't want to hear what the argument is.
Stop.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cash App or buying your girl a coffee. Hey y'all, we're gonna be reacting to this outrageous clip of this trans lawyer having a meltdown in the middle of the courtroom. It just goes to show that mentally ill people should not be in certain places. I'm sorry. When you are dealing with a mental illness that makes you think that you're the opposite gender, I'm sorry. There's no reason for you to be in any position where you are working on the behalf of somebody else, and it could be like life or death, jail or not jail. So we have this mentally ill lawyer, and she's throwing a hissy fit in the middle of the courtroom.
You interrupt me one more time, you are being held in direct contempt of the court, and you can wipe that smirk off.
I don't have a smirk on my face.
Oh, yes, you do.
I do not.
I am not going to tolerate this from you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. There was a pause. There was a break. I wasn't done with my argument.
And I was not done with my statement. You interrupted again. Do not throw your...
I did not throw. It fell off the bench. Please stop stating things that are not true, ma'am.
Sir, you've got a room full of witnesses.
I do. I put it down. I did. I put it down and it fell down. I did not fall.
Then settle down.
I'm not upset and I'm not arguing.
I can see why the judge is so frustrated, because the sassy energy is annoying. This incessant need to get your point off. This is something that women typically do. Obviously, this person is behaving this way because this person is a woman. So the incessant need to get the last word. This broad is arguing with this judge because she can't deflate her ego. She can't humble herself enough to just accept that the judge has not finished speaking, to accept that it is not her place right then in that moment to speak. The throwing of the phone. I didn't throw it. It just fell. Stop saying things that aren't really happening. Oh my effing God. Insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. And you see the other guy? You see the other lawyer? He's just like, oh my God. He's had enough of it. This whole situation is absolutely insane and unnecessarily insane. What are you doing? Your client wasn't there. End of story. They should have been there. But you're sitting here arguing with the judge. Where do you think that's going to get you? I mean, this is the judge we're talking about. You're going to piss them off and get your client the worst possible outcome, the worst possible verdict.
You're not letting me make an argument. I'm not letting in the face, ma'am. I'm not.
Stop. Our court reporters cannot get what we're both saying.
I am trying to make my argument. You interrupted my argument halfway through.
This
on
is
an
a
objection.
That will get every available deputy in
Yes, ma'am. I'm aware. It's happened to me before.
It has.
Yes.
You're out of line.
Yeah,
Court.
I guess so.
Okay. If I push that...
Or maybe because I'm a transgender attorney practicing all over the state.
Here you go. I'm a transgender attorney. She wants to blame all of this on the fact that she's trans. But no, this has nothing to do with you being trans outside of maybe your mental illness is the reason why you're behaving this way. But it's really all about you and your behaviors. You are acting crazy in the courtroom. You're behaving like a petulant child. You want to throw the trans card out there as if these things are just happening to you because you're trans. See, this is the problem. These folks, they want to use their marginalized quality as some kind of shield. Oh, I'm trans. They're doing this because I'm trans. Not because you're being insufferable, not because you're interrupting the judge, not because you're being disrespectful, not because you slammed your phone down. No, it's because I'm trans. So why on earth is somebody that is this delusional allowed to be a lawyer? Please, somebody riddle me this. Why is somebody that is this delusional allowed to be a lawyer? I'm sorry, but I don't want them to be doctors, because how do I expect you to be mentally stable enough to do your job when you're not even mentally stable enough to know that you're born the way you are? And that's no shade, no tea to the people out there that know that they are the sex that they are. They're not trying to convince everybody else that they're a different sex, but they just want to dress and present themselves a certain way. No shade, no tea to y'all. I'm not trying to dunk on y'all. I'm talking about these crazy motherfuckers right here who want to use their transness as some type of shield for their insufferable behavior, for their terrible personality, for their terrible choices. This has nothing to do with you being trans. It has everything to do with you not following directions.
So what you
do, ma'am. It's not that you do.
So we are pausing this until you get the ADA request form filled out and it gets processed.
So we're going to pause the hearing on jurisdiction that's been set twice. I drove an hour and a half to have the hearing. My client's available telephonically, and we are simply not even taking testimony.
Is your client available telephonically?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, then get her on the phone.
Thank you.
Your Honor, to which we would object. This is as clear as the nose on my face that this woman will not appear before this court because she has a warrant for stealing.
Objection, you say that's not true. And you're ready to
fine, sir.
Don't hurt me, insult me, or shout at me.
I'm not putting it. No, we're stopping.
You see what I'm talking about? This other lawyer is trying to plead his case, okay, trying to get it dismissed, which is his job. And you have this crazy individual yelling and shouting over him as if that means anything. Oh, if I talk over you, then you won't get what you want. If I talk over you, then I'm going to get my way. That is the mindset of a literal toddler, of a child. This man is clearly over it. I mean, look at him. He is just over it. And quite frankly, I'm over it too. You're yelling at this man because he's doing his job. Of course, he's going to try to get it dismissed. That's in the best interest of his client. Duh. Just like you are supposedly operating in the best interest of your client. So sitting here yelling at the other lawyer, it's so childish.
Get out of my face, sir. Get out of my face, sir. Get out of my face.
You should leave this county.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
These people, my friend, you're being ugly.
And get out of my face. Why?
Because you're in direct contempt of court.
He shouted at me.
Oh my God, he shouted at me. Weren't you the one that just shouted at him? What are you talking about here? Like, am I the one losing my marbles? He shouted at me. Let's rewind the tape.
Objection, you say that's not true. And you're ready to
fine, sir.
Don't hurt me, insult me, or shout at me.
Clearly, she was the one who started shouting first. Oh my God, he shouted at me. He responded to you, broad. See, this is what I'm talking about. Mentally ill. You have a warped version of reality. So why on earth should you be in anybody's courtroom arguing anybody's case? You can't even reconcile with the reality that you're a woman. I'm sorry, I hate to be harsh like this, but it's just the truth. Why would I want somebody that can't reconcile with the fact that they were born a specific sex? Why would I want them operating on my body? Why would I want them in a courtroom handling someone's proceedings? No business in the courtroom.
Why?
Because you're in direct contempt of court.
He shouted at me. No, I'm not being. You did not even say that I was in
You are
contempt.
in direct.
No, I'm not.
Judge, I apologize, but I felt very threatened by this person. Not doing screaming and yelling in court. I've never heard that before in this court.
Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me.
Your hand behind your back.
Do not. Are you throwing me over this?
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
Okay, put your hand behind your back. Stop
You
resisting.
know exactly what's
Why
happening.
didn't you all walk that way
I
sometimes?
can't walk. I'm being thrown down.
I'm not resisting. I'm not, as you're actively resisting, as you're actively pushing back on the officers. Not resisting is you putting your hands behind your back and allowing them to put the cuffs on. You are, in fact, resisting. So, in the words of all the Back to Blue people, just comply.
Do not grab me. Do not grab me. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're hurting me. You're hurting me. You're resisting me. You're just I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Oh my God, I can't breathe. First of all, ma'am, clearly you are breathing. I really can't stand these lefties. They've latched on to the idea of I can't breathe. So every single time they find themselves in some kind of tizzy with the police, they want to shout out that buzz phrase, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It's so annoying. Clearly, ma'am, you are breathing because you're speaking. When you can't breathe, you're not going to be able to shout like that. This could have all been avoided, one, if you had just accepted what the judge said and not thrown a hissy fit. But furthermore, once you were held in contempt of the court, put your hands behind your back and follow orders. It didn't have to be like this. But again, mentally ill.
I can't breathe.
Put your hand behind your back.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Somebody call 911, please.
Somebody call 911 as the police are actively arresting you. What do you want them to do? Call themselves? Bitch, they're already there. It never ceases to amaze me how people will be in an encounter with the police and then ask for other people to call the police. Like, bruh, they're already there. What are they gonna do? Call themselves? You're creating this whole entire situation for yourself.
Please, please, please.
Now you secure.
Ow, 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 ow.
Female officer.
Somebody call 911. I don't get a female officer now. Get a female officer now.
Oh, get a female officer now. Oh, now we want to be a woman again. So as soon as being treated like a man no longer serves you and you're being manhandled like a man, now all of a sudden it's, oh, give me a female officer. I want a female officer. You see how quickly they revert back to being a woman and wanting women treatment? As soon as them consequences start adding up, now it's, I'm a woman. No, ma'am, you traded that in. You're going to be treated like a sir.
Get a female officer now. I can't get up, I can't see. He just threw my glasses. I can't see. Give me my glasses. Put them on my face. Put them on my face, I cannot see. Please give me my glasses, I cannot see. I'm not trying to walk and I cannot see. I need my wallet.
It's absolutely insane, you guys. I feel like in situations like this, you should get your license revoked. Like, your license to be a practicing lawyer should just be snatched from you, because what the hell is this? There should be a code of conduct as a lawyer. You know, it's one thing to be held in contempt for other reasons. This, nah, the bar needs to just disassociate itself from you because it's a bad look for the profession. I just don't understand why they allow people that are clearly mentally disturbed to be in these types of positions. It just seems like a no-brainer to me that they shouldn't be there. I'm sorry, it is what it is. If you cannot reconcile with reality, why are you in a courtroom? So I feel for the judge. I feel for the other lawyer that had to deal with that nonsense. Honestly, I low-key feel for the client. I mean, you have a lawyer who's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and you're probably gonna get the book thrown at you simply because your lawyer is insane. But y'all, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this whole situation? Do you agree with me where it's like, yeah, these trans men somehow always revert back to women when they start getting treated like a man, like a real man? And I just find it so funny. Or do you disagree with me where it's like, no, he got arrested because he's trans and the entire courtroom is transphobic? I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. If you like the video, like the video. The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed down to the algorithm. Also, hype the video if that function is available. If you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.